Welcome to Car Comparers. Today we're going to be comparing the Renault Kwid versus the Tata Tiago. Pricing and features. The top of the line Kwid RXT O variant retails for 3.95 lakh on road Delhi, which is without doubt one of the most trending hatchbacks in the country today. But thanks to the jaw-dropping pricing of the Tata Tiago, the Kwid suddenly has a tough competitor on its radar. The penultimate Tiago Petrol XT variant costs 4.6 lakh, which is around 60,000 rupees more than the equivalent Kwid. Both cars have a couple of extra features that are absent in the other car. For example, the Tiago has parking sensors, electrically adjustable mirrors and rear speakers. The Kwid has driver airbag, 7-inch touchscreen and onboard navigation. Performance and drivability. The Kwid has a 400cc smaller engine than the Tiago, but then it weighs a crazy 420 kgs lesser than the Tiago as well. That makes both cars almost equal in terms of power and torque to weight ratios. However, the Kwid is quite weak in terms of low-end torque and suffers in terms of drivability around town compared to the Tiago, especially with a couple of passengers on board. That being said, Renault's little 800cc engine is much more refined than the Tiago's petrol mill, which sounds especially harsh at higher revs. But even better than both the petrols is the Tiago's diesel mill, which has much better drivability at low revs as well as much more potent mid-range to help with the overtaking. Fuel efficiency. The Tiago Petrol has an ARAI certified mileage of 23.84 kmpl, which is around 1.3 kmpl less than the Kwid's mileage of 25.1 kmpl. The Tiago Diesel on the other hand has an ARAI certified mileage of 27.28 kmpl. In our rear-word tests, the Kwid was over 2 kmpl more efficient than the petrol Tiago, but was almost 2 kmpl less efficient than the Tiago Diesel. Space and comfort. The Tiago is marginally larger on the outside, but the cabin space inside both the cars is almost identical. There is enough room for 4 adults with some space left over for an occasional fifth occupant. Surprisingly, the Kwid has a noticeably larger 300-litre boot compared to 242-litre boot space inside the Tiago. However, the Tiago's interiors feel more premium and well appointed compared to the expanse of grey plastics inside the Kwid. Handling and ride quality. The Tiago has a tad bit better ride as well as keener handling compared to the Kwid. The Kwid has a common steering ratio for both power steered and manual steered versions with a lock-to-lock ratio of 4.0 turns. The Kwid requires too much shuffling of hands during U-turns. Overall too, the Tiago feels more enthusiastic and responsive around corners. Tiago also handles the rough roads a tad bit better than the Kwid, though the Kwid itself has outstanding ride quality considering its tiny footprint. Both cars exhibit better than expected stability at high speeds. Reliability and after-sales service. Neither Tata nor Renault has managed to deliver peace of mind to its customers in India through their service support. However, Renault's Nissan-sourced platforms have at least proven to be fairly reliable, which cannot be said for any of Tata's passenger cars. Renault's growing and Tata's shrinking service network has similar reach of around 300 to 400 touchpoints as of today. Resale and cost of ownership. The Kwid is expected to hold a slightly better resale value over the Tiago thanks to lesser niggling issues expected to crop up over the next 5 to 7 years. The Kwid works out to be around 60,000 rupees lighter on the pocket in terms of overall cost of ownership compared to the equivalent Tiago. Interestingly though, the diesel Tiago works out to be exactly identical in terms of total cost of ownership to the petrol burning Kwid. Which brings us to the verdict. The diesel Tiago is by far our pick of this test. Firstly, it is just as affordable as the Kwid, has similar features, has superior drivability, better dynamics, as well as incredibly sweet sound quality from its Harman branded audio system. In comparison, the petrol Tiago and Kwid fall short in two crucial parameters, Variza, the weak low-end torque, and the high fuel outlay. How we wish that the diesel Tiago was offered with the option of an AMT gearbox.